Oh, really?
I love cheese. Oh, hey, we live?
Yeah, we are laughing.
Hey, yo, feeling cheesy. How y'all's doing? Welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more cooking is my wife, the sensational chili eat steak, aka the warden. Together we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. Now this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an on, cook little snacks, show you how to do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. Love to have you over for dinner. Today's live stream is for my MS Journey week 186. Things are going good, actually. What just happened? We got home last Sunday, so it's been a week now. We've been home. Power stayed on, so that's good. Only downside is we told y'all last time. Was everybody in here? Can they even hear me before I go ranting?
Yeah.
We did lose a couple of fence pickets. Well, I say lose. The trees fell and broke some of the fence pickets. I think like maybe a dozen of them. I need to replace them. They're still there. They're still holding the dogs in, but they're just ugly. So there's really no rush on it. Only downside I have, dilemma I have, is it's supposed to rain all next week. So every time it rains, our backyard turns into a swamp. And if I go out there and start doing it when it's muddy like that, it's going to, I'm going to track mud all in the house. That's going to bother me. What are you doing? And why?
I'm trying to show everybody the question of the day.
Oh. I thought she was just losing her mind again.
I don't know how he's still alive, y'all.
Because I have a knife.
No.
Okay, bro.
That reminds me.
Oh, yeah, we were going to do that. I forgot.
No, I was going to say the knife. It reminds me of, remember Crocodile Dundee? Who remembers that movie?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yo, I got this. I've got a knife. You remember they were trying to get him in New York, and he was like, that's not a knife.
This is a knife, though.
This is a knife. But he said it like it is
Native
Australian type of accent. Who remembers that?
All the 80s.
Right. That was such a good movie though at the time. Did you like it, or do you remember seeing it?
No, I remember seeing it. Yeah.
That was remembers
the movie at the time.
Right, Crocodile Dundee.
Was it, like 84 or whatever?
No, it had to be later than that.
89? No, we were doing better by then, right?
I don't know, but eat with your mouth full. That's always talk
sexy.
With your mouth full.
Good for camera.
Mm-hmm. So
can we show them what we're eating? Because I'm a giver. That's what I do.
Oh yeah. Well, tell everybody what you're drinking.
I don't even remember now. Hold on. So I love these kombucha she buys, but I'm always leery of drinking them because last time I did it, I got in trouble and drank hers. So I really pulled it out of the fridge a minute ago and said, "Hey, is this one mine, yours, or ours?"
Yeah, because he is so punished, right? I'm so mean to him.
So it's a peach mint Buddha's Brew kombucha.
Yeah. That's the one, remember, that we found in Austin. That's a local Austin company.
You've had it that long?
No, I just got it the other day at HEB. I was like, ooh, that sounds good.
That's the same guy if you bring the container who refill it. We were saving these when we make a trip and we can visit Lisa.
And we'll get 500 of them refilled.
Yeah. Free?
No, we had to pay.
Oh.
It's like $250.
Well, how much are they when you buy them brand new?
I think that was $284.
So you use a whole 40 cents? I mean,
34 cents.
Wow.
Save.
Is it worth it? Because we have like, 7 or 8 of them over there in the cabinet?
I mean, why not?
Hey, like I always say, use a coupon on a coupon, right?
That's right. Well, so now that we're kind of back, because, when you have I feel like what I have noticed is when things are out of routine, you seem a little more wobbly.
Yes.
Things affect you a little more quickly. So now that had an official week of being back and getting in our routine, how are you feeling with that?
Actually, really, really good. I feel fine. I feel like I'm doing well. I mean, I did get a little queasy Friday night right before we went live, but once we ate and I drank one of my electrolytes, I was fine.
Well, what about your DDPY? Are you back to doing that yet?
No, I was going to do it today. I just didn't get around to it. I got busy.
And you didn't do it at all this week?
No. Well, I just finished the last course and I haven't started the new one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the time off.
You took a time off in June and all of July so far.
No, I did in July. I finished it in July.
Oh, you actually did
Yeah.
some this month? Because I know you skipped the first week.
No, I didn't. No, because when I finished it was in July.
Yeah.
It was just a week ago that I did it.
Okay. Well, everybody, there's the question, because if you haven't heard us talk about it before, this Thursday night, y'all, we are going to see Deadpool and Wolverine. We've got our tickets. We're going to this fancy theater because we bought the VIP package, which means we got the necklace. I don't know. Have we showed the necklace? Do y'all want to see the necklace?
It's on your desk.
In my office.
Yeah. I shared it at work because they were all talking about it because they're also pretty excited to go see Twister. We're trying to decide if we're going to go see that too.
I know everybody's loving Twisters. And I remember the original Twister with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
I don't remember.
Who saw the original Twister? And I remember at the time, like, Helen Hunt was like in everything, right? And then Bill Paxton, like, he was the hot dude at the time in the 90s. I think it was 94, 96?
I think 96.
Okay.
Because I just looked it up the other day because we're going to watch it.
And I saw somebody said, yes, they want to see the necklace. Okay. But so we have that Thursday night. We're going to this really fancy place in the Woodlands. It's called Sinopolis, and it's a luxury theater because what it was, the VIP package through Fandango, you got to choose whatever theater. And I was like, well, normally those tickets are like $17 a person. And I was like, I'm not going to ever pay that for a movie ticket. But since it was part of the VIP package, I was like, well, perfect. So that's where we're going. I see. Okay, here he comes with the necklace.
It's a his and hers because this is basically, especially if you watch all the promo stuff, but with the actors, it's going to be like one of those the cop buddy flicks.
Yes. Well, I'm going with my best buddy. There's the necklace. Aren't they cute? What does it say? Oh, bring it a little closer. I'm trying to read it. Down a little more. Best friends on the necklace, y'all. Totally.
We haven't opened it yet because what I plan on doing is we'll wear it to the movie and we'll take pictures. And yeah, that'll be on our in next week's MS Journey.
But isn't that cute?
I'll put this up before I forget where it's at.
Yeah, that is like totally 90s, right? Yeah. Who did best friend necklaces when they were like in middle school and high school? I was totally one of those. I had best friend necklace, and I was like, oh, it like meant the world to me back then. Oh, we couldn't hear him. I guess because he was so far.
What is it? Can we bring it back?
No, they couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But he was saying we plan to wear the necklaces because we're best friends, and we're gonna wear the necklaces on Thursday when we go and see it. Now I think the movie's it's 6:30. It's a dinner theater. It's one of those like highfalutin ones. So they have a whole like menu option. They do offer a gluten-free options. So and I was looking at their menu, and I'm probably not going to order. I don't know. I might. I feel like it's a special occasion. Y'all let me know. They have popcorn, and it says they pop it in coconut oil. So I know corn itself is a no-no, but I was like, that's an improvement since they're doing it in coconut oil. What do y'all think? Do you think it's worth going off plan? I have not had popcorn in over 5 years, and I used to freaking love popcorn. In fact, that was my favorite thing.
When we first got together, before I moved in, she would come visit me and bring her popcorn maker with her. And in fact, when we started keto, we still had a jar full of
the kernels. I have one of those air poppers. Do y'all remember those? It was like a little mini, and so you wouldn't even have to use oil. You just, it was an air popper, and I would bring that and eat that, and it, like I was.
Oh, it won't reach. The cord on is short.
Yeah, I was huge into if I went to popcorn. Popcorn was my thing. So the fact I haven't had it in over 5 years, y'all. And then when I saw that, I was like, ooh, would that be my, should I go off plan for that? I don't know.
And then we were watching Reels last night, and this one guy was popping it in bacon grease.
Yeah.
And you're like,
But
ooh, that sounds good.
my thing is, if you go off plan, I always try to. I'm not going to buy the stuff because he said before, well, it'd be cheaper for us to just get the stuff and like make our own pizza dough and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, if I buy the stuff and have it here, we're going to be eating it several times versus if we go like to the movie theater, it's one and done, right? And I'm not going to go back to this theater because again, the tickets alone are at least $17. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to go and see movies there all the time.
Right. Well, I haven't had lunch yet to see me heating up my lunch. What I got right here, I tried to get it on camera. I tried to bring it closer to get full on camera, but the cord is not long enough. But I have my crepes maker. My mother got us almost a year ago now, probably.
Probably.
But I'm using it just to heat up my tortillas. Reason being, I would usually set up my hot plate and a skillet. This way, it's only one machine I have to move. So I'm just having my egg life, and then over on my right behind us, I have the my Hot Logic. We have leftovers from the Friday night feast. How that whole concoction we made.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have tacos here in a minute, and then in the I can pull it over here in a second. I don't think it's on camera. I have the the mini crock pot that the tomato gravy's in.
Yeah, I haven't decided. I just woke up like an hour and a half ago, so I really got to sleep in, y'all. Yesterday, I still woke up early. I woke up by 8.
Yeah, it surprised me too.
And since I was like, well, sometimes I wake up and then I'm like, I go back to sleep, and I woke up at 8, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go pick up my Sam's order. And I'm going to say this is my only complaint with the Sam's curbside, because when I ordered originally, I ordered cheese and more avocado oil because they have the best price on both of those. And then I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to get Heath's sausage. So even though it had only been like 15 minutes since I placed my order and it was more than 24 hours in advance, it was Thursday, it wouldn't let me edit the order. So I had to place a new order for his sausage. So even though I could still select the same time and date for pickup, wouldn't combine the orders. Then when I got there to check in, you check in through the app, it would only let me check in for the one order. And even though I'd keep going to the sausage order, it wouldn't let me check in for that one. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, well, I hope they know, since it's the same name, but no, they did not. So then when she came out, I said, well, I had a second order. So then the poor, I feel bad for her, but she had to go back in, get my sausage and bring it back out. And I was like, it's to me, I'm just like, that would be good if they allowed where you could edit your curbside order as long as you're like within 24 hours. Because they're not putting together the order outside of 24 hours.
Because how do you have to do it if you say you want to end up deleting something off it? We'll let you go into that, or you just tell them when they bring it out?
You can cancel, or what they said before is if you just don't pick it up.
Oh, then they'll restock it.
Then it basically, like I had set it for Saturday. So if by the end of Saturday it was never picked up, then they would process a refund.
Yeah, because we have a similar thing in my job. It's a BOPUS, they call it. Buy online, pick up in store. And they even have a little special section. You pull up and do the same thing. You just pull up and they'll bring it out to you, kind of like they do for restaurants and whatnot. Depending on the item. And if you don't do it in a certain amount of time, they'll just put it back in stock.
Yeah. Well, let's read some comments. I see Lisa's here. She said, pounding some kraut while I wait for the live to start. Awesome. Ooh, what kind of kraut are you eating?
How was your
tell us about Weird Al. We saw the pictures with him, but how was he actually meeting him? Like, was he like just the most cool, chill guy in the freaking world?
Some folks don't live up to it, the hype,
Right. Like you meet somebody and you're like, like I've heard of
do we want to go meet him, or would we be let down?
Right. I don't think so for the smile on her face. Yeah. I think she would do it again, right? Would you do it again? Would you pay to meet him again? Sean is here. Hey. Said just folding clothes and waiting for the horde. I mean, hey, look at you. You went from doing laundry and now you're actually folding and putting it away like gold star.
Right. And she used the thing we told her about.
Oh yeah, she
How did
ordered.
it work? She's folding it so she knows how.
Yeah, she said she told me. So she bought the Earth Breeze Eco Sheets for laundry, and she got them on Friday, and she said they're she loved them. So I'm excited for that.
Also, usually y'all would see me using my fish spatulas for doing everything, but I didn't want to scratch this, so that's why I'm using a plastic spatula.
22 Cats here. She goes, hi, and happy Sunday, Shelly, Heath, and the Horde. How are you doing, Lynn?
How you be?
Shauna said, regarding the cheese. And 22 Cat said, how are you doing, Lord Heath?
I'm doing really good, actually.
You're glad to be back home,
yes,
right?
Yes, I am. I miss my couch.
That's what you missed out of everything in the house was the couch.
No, it just sounds good to say that, though. It's almost like the Archie Bunker chair.
It pretty much is for him. 22 Cat said, how's Delilah doing?
Doing better today.
She hasn't made any more of those weird squeaky noises, right. But she does seem like she is kind of favoring her back legs, like she's being very cautious with it. So I think maybe she has arthritis. So I need to make that golden paste.
You got those other treats you
and I have ordered these already on my Chewy. I get them delivered, but I forgot and I haven't given it to her because we got some other treats in, but they're actually hip and joint supplement treats. So I was like, oh, we got to start giving that to her because that could be part of it too. So maybe that'll help her as well.
Because I actually had to help her get up on the couch the other day. And she tried to jump on it and missed. So I had to grab her real quick and help her up.
So she's...
Because I think it's what it is, she pushes off her hind legs.
Yeah, and it hurts.
And I think that's the one that's hurting her. So it's hard for her to push off of that leg.
But
that's how I diagnosed it.
Yeah, our expert opinion. But otherwise, she's doing good. Fine. She's, hanging out. And
she has a thing every morning. I don't know if she does it for her so much in the evening when she goes to feed her. When I feed her in the morning, she hops because she's so happy she's getting her food. And she did it this morning. She didn't do it yesterday, but she did it today.
She hopped? Yeah. Okay. And sometimes I think because I asked Heath and he's like, yeah, she was hopping this morning. And then when I get up, she's all like, oh.
She already hopped out.
Well, or sometimes I think she's trying to milk it, because I've been giving her lots of extra attention, lots of extra snacks. I was giving her some more of the liver and all that stuff. So she's just like, oh, poor me. I guess I can eat this treat.
I don't know where she learned that from.
Probably your dad. Shauna said, I bring pepperoni chips and iced coffee from the Starbucks inside our theater. Sometimes a naked hot dog. Oh, those are great ideas.
I was thinking about it too. Earlier before we went live, I said, what we should have done? Order some like the chomps or whatever like that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I used to have you bring your big purse and we'd bring snacks in. This is all pre-keto. We bring stuff. So I'm saying those, we could have done that this time too. Brought the chomps. And maybe like some the mozzarella sticks or something like that.
Well, I like her idea of pepperoni chips because you could make those up and put them in a bag and have it in the purse and then just be.
It's almost like purse bacon, same
right? Yeah. But it's like a purse pizza because you could do. Ooh, that would be kind of like follow me here. Do a little mozzarella and the pepperoni and make it as mozzarella pepperoni chips. So then that's almost like a pizza.
So what I'm hearing is. I'm off Tuesday. I'm going to the store to get supplies, and you're going to stack your purse so we can go and have that.
I mean, we can. We've got pepperoni I bought yesterday.
Yeah. But we don't have any mozz, but yeah.
No, right. That's the only thing we're missing. But I'm saying that would be like a neat way of having like kind of a finger pizza. Yeah. And then you could even get a little container of like marinara to carry.
And Eviloo's.
Right, and then you would have a little dipping sauce.
So I'm saying, you could just dust the cheese before you melt it, and all like you said. Dust it with the Italian seasoning too.
There you go. Wow, great idea, Shauna.
Thank you.
Lisa said that was a great movie. The original, I think we were talking about the other one I mentioned earlier.
Twister?
No, before Twister.
I don't remember now. Oh, well, no, I don't. I was going to say Twister, the first Twister.
Yeah, we talked about that. There was another one we talked about. Remember I was singing the song, The Knife Crocodile Dundee.
Oh,
Shauna said, also bring my theater purse. Right. And then Rick was here said, howdy, Horde. Enjoy the quiet today here. Oh, right. You're like, oh, at last, a little reprieve from the Reno.
Right.
And you can just enjoy the peace and quiet, right? Keto Simple's here. Hey, Dustin said, hey.
Howdy.
What's up? And the meat sitter's here. Said, I just posted my breakfast pic.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Y'all.
She remembered how to do it. I'm so proud of her. Hey,
yeah, I can't wait to see Renee. Is that the pork brisket? Is that part of the picture, or is that later today? Lisa said, how about the arm challenge? Are y'all doing it?
Yes, I did part of it today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I had to work on all that stuff.
That is not the same as the arm challenge.
I'm doing occupational therapy.
I have not done the arm challenge because when it was supposed to start, the 8th, is when the freaking hurricane hit, and I'm still trying to get back to normal. So no, but I have been keeping up on my squats. So I tried to do at least 50 squats about 3 to 4 times a week. So I didn't do it that whole week of the 8th. I honestly did not do anything. There's mental capacity, could not do it. And y'all know exercise is my least favorite thing in the freaking world. So any excuse, I won't do it. But I did start back on my squats this past week. And so I'm like, well, at least I'm doing that. How about y'all? Who all is doing the arm challenge? And how's that going?
I also have a story for y'all for next week. Oh. What happened today.
Oh, yeah.
And pictures as well. Because
glad I was asleep.
We didn't have any real damage to the house. The only thing it is, when we came home from the low-carb cruise, we had lost 2 panels from our pergola roof. Well, during the storm, we lost 1 more. Mm-hmm. And the guy came out earlier this week to give us a quote. He hasn't even replied to us yet, has he? He was supposed to. He
probably like, they ain't gonna pay me to do this.
He's supposed to be giving us a quote to make to repair it, replace it pieces.
Yeah.
But I was working on cutting down the piece we have in the driveway that we need to get rid of. I cut most of it down, and I had to cut it several times to fit it in trash cans and put it out to the street. Mm-hmm. But I had a little bit of snafu, but I don't want to go into too much details because I can't show them the picture right now.
Yeah, so next week you'll get to hear. So remember for next week. I'm just glad I was asleep, y'all.
But it didn't do nothing to you or me. I didn't get hurt. I feel stupid.
The meat sitter said, DDPY, what's that? Ha ha ha, Shelly and her, you know what I mean. She said, show that. And then Shauna said, I saw the original Twister when I lived in LA. All my friends and I decided we'd rather brave an earthquake. Exactly.
Yes.
Right. It's like, oh, like tornadoes, but earthquakes scare me too.
Yes.
And I think it's because there was a movie and it might have been the 70s, but I remember seeing in the 80s, like on TV. And it was about like this horrible earthquake where LA was like ripped in 2. And I just remember people like falling off. It was just horrific. If you know this movie, I think it was either 70s or early 80s. And, you remember the movies back then, they were like overly dramatic on everything. And then when people like fell off the cliff, tried to escape LA from this huge earthquake, they'd be like, real dramatic with it. And so that always like made me really scared. I was like, I don't ever want to be in an earthquake, but I don't ever want to be in a tornado either.
I don't want to be in any of them.
I know, truly. Like an avalanche, that sounds horrible. That's why I've never gone skiing, because I'm like, well, it'll be an avalanche if I go skiing, so I can't do that.
But then you still want to go swimming, even though you went swimming and got sick.
Yeah, I still like the water. And even though, but you know what? I wouldn't go in the ocean because of sharks. And I saw Jaws. So no, but like a pool, I'm good with that. 22 Cat said, yes, hanging in there with the arms challenge.
Nice.
But not gonna lie, looking forward to the last day. Oh, that's awesome, Lynn.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing I got in some news, too. What did I tell you? I got second place or no, sixth place or whatever. What was that? Remember that email I showed you for?
I thought it was second.
It was like, I won an award at work. They call it I don't remember exactly. It's like the Tango card or whatever. But they're going to announce what I actually won on the 1st.
Oh.
And then last time I got it, it ended up being just like a $15. I could cash it in for any kind of gift card I wanted. They had a whole list of them, and we ended up cashing it in for an Amazon. Because it made the most sense. We can use it. And then she had a couple of Amazon cards too, so let's combine them.
Yeah, we're back up to $20 in Amazon gift cards that I've added because from Zogo, that financial app I told y'all back, I've already earned $15 worth. And yeah, you have to cash them in $5 increments, and it's only one a day. So I was doing that. I was cashing those in and I've almost got another $5 saved up, or $5 worth of points. And I'm telling you, that works perfect with the Zogo when you go to cash it in, because you put it in there. You do have to make sure you verify your information first, right? They want to make sure they're paying to an actual person. But after that, I get it within 5 minutes. I have the email, awesome. And then I can add it to my Amazon account right then. So real easy to cash in with the Zogo app. So I'm happy with that. So thank y'all who have used our link, because that definitely helps. It gives me some bonus points. And that, hey, I'm every little bit helps, right?
And I won that from our scorecards because at the end of every interaction with my customers, I'm supposed to invite them to do a 3-question survey at the end of the call and rank me as how I did. The only problem is a lot of times they'll call in having issues with the company, and then I get a bad score because they're not scoring me, they're scoring the company.
Oh.
But I'm showing her all the time too. I'm constantly getting called out by my boss's boss. And he does one every day. Anybody that scores good, he highlights them and shows their score, and then thanks them for delighting our customers.
And what else did you get this week? Remember FedEx delivered?
Oh yeah, it's up there. I don't remember why they did it, but they did a rewards thing for us, and there was 6 or 7 different things we could pick from. And one of them was a blanket for when you go out to do a picnic. Another one was a pickleball set. Another one was, I don't remember, a charcuterie board, cutting board thing. And then one of them was the one I ended up winning. Because it gave us 4 or 5 options of what we wanted. I just put the same thing down on all of them.
Yeah, you had to rank what ones you wanted first, second, and third.
And I picked a barbecue grilling kit. And it came in a little carrying case. So next time we do stay at a hotel or Airbnb, because the one we were just at had a grill you could use.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be handy to carry with me. But it all zips up like this. And then it has tongs, a fork, a spatula, and a knife. Oh, I don't know if I'm showing them because you're not there.
Yeah. There you go.
I think that's pretty cool. And it was just free. It's just a thank you.
He's got lots of stuff from your company.
I got gave me this mug too.
Yeah, I got a coffee mug and a little light jacket.
They gave me another travel mug shortly after I started. It was this almost the same size you would get from a fast food restaurant or whatever. I would still be using it, but I dropped it one day and it broke. The straw stabbed through it.
Mm-hmm. Renee said, "Oh, and Shelly has her agua fresca in a super cute glass, right? Doesn't that? It looks like maybe I'm drinking blood, y'all."
Well, I thought it was a pretty cool kit.
Mm-hmm. So this is the recipe that Renee talked about. So it's the flour. So you buy them dried, and you reconstitute with hot water. And then what I did is I added that along with 4 cups of water. And I did half a cucumber because I got these giant cucumbers, y'all. So I used half of a cucumber, some cayenne, and lime juice, blended that all together, poured it over a little bit of ice to cool it down, and this is freaking delicious. Oh, and then some sweetener too. Add some sweetener to it, or else it'll be very tart. But this is the bomb, y'all.
She had said she was just gonna have me put my finger in it so it'd be sweet enough for her, but then she put the other stuff instead.
Keto Simple said,
"Oops.
We sometimes will pack candy from the store, whatever low carb candies we can find. Sometimes we'll get popcorn, and our theater is Diet Pepsi. We'll get one of those because we want to keep them open." Oh, okay. Low carb candy. So we could bring like the lilies.
Well,
What?
We take keto bricks too.
Yeah, keto bricks. Make some keto putts. That would be another great option. I don't know what this theater is. I've never been one to buy sodas when we're out.
I'm gonna slide this all the way up. Just pick it up.
Pick this up?
Yeah, please. Just so I can go under the cord. Thank you. I'm not gonna unplug it. Hopefully, I don't.
Lee said, "Is Bill Paxton the game over man from Aliens?" I think so. He was in. I remember Titanic. He was one of the like new, the modern age part of Titanic. Oh gosh, he was so popular. Brought up. Because I just remember he was in a lot of stuff all the time.
Show me a picture of him, and then maybe it'll help her remember.
He was in Tombstone, too.
I don't remember him in Tombstone, though.
I know.
I love that movie.
Apollo 13, Edge of Tomorrow, Aliens, The Terminator. I don't remember him in that. Either. Mighty Joe Young. Like a lot of these, I don't remember. Predator 2.
I don't remember him in that either.
I know.
What's wrong with you, Heath?
I'm trying to think. I'm looking to see if there's any other ones. I mean, he's been a lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff. But that's what I remember is he was like the male actor at the time.
What's he doing now?
Well, I mean, it shows he's been in a lot of other movies. Oh, I'm sorry. He died in 2017.
That's no bueno.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's why we haven't seen him.
He was fun and died. Oh, now I'm sad. Well, now we know why we haven't seen him in a few years, but
what did he die of?
Oh,
does it show?
Let's see. I didn't look into that. Yeah, only 61. That was young. Oh. He had open heart surgery to repair his damaged aortic heart valve from when he was a child and corrected aortic aneurysm. He had a second surgery emergency for a damaged coronary artery, and then he deteriorated and finally had a stroke.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. That was... and then his family filed a wrongful death.
I'm sorry
on the surgeon
for bringing the mood down.
I
didn't know.
Oh my gosh! The case is set for trial in February 22. The family reached a partial settlement for $1 million, and it was finally settled in August 22. Well, that was sad.
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot, Heath.
I didn't know.
Shauna said, "Can't hear Heath." Oh yeah, when you were standing up. Renee said, "Oh, I remember the old beef fry and St. Ian's charms." Beef fry and St. Ian's. I don't remember the St.
You'll have to explain because I don't remember that either.
I don't remember. Toy TQ Cat said, "Wow, original Twister came out in 96. Great movie. Want to see the new one?" Yes, and I know several who has seen the new Twisters. Because I know a lot of people, like a lot of my friends on Facebook,
are raving about it.
Yeah, like I've seen several that was like I saw it and had to see it again, and now I just saw it for the third time. Like they freaking love it.
Because I even told her, so let's go see it next Saturday. She's like, "Well, no, we can't. We have something else planned on Saturday."
That's right. A reminder, channel members, next Saturday is the monthly cook-along. So that's one thing I have to work on today after the live is making up the recipe card and then getting the invites out to everyone. So be looking for that by the end of today, y'all. And I'm telling you, this recipe, I freaking love it. That's why, like, Heath is having the leftovers, but I'm saving room for our leftover recipe that we did. But I think several of you will really enjoy it. I know, I'm pretty sure Lisa's going to for sure love it.
What I love about it, I'll give you a little spoiler hint. You can either make it as a side dish or a main dish.
Yes. So lots of options there, but I'm really excited. And again, we have plenty left over, so I'm definitely having that today and probably going to eat on it for the next few days for my lunch. Oh, I see. So when she said it was like on the necklace, now I remember one half would say B and then under the FRI. And then the other one, theirs would be ST and then N. So if you put the two hearts together, it would say best friends. Oh, yes, that's so cute, right? Oh, I love that. Shauna said, our theater has a wine bar. Go figure. See, I think this one, it has a full bar menu. And it probably does. I've never been inside the theater, but it's like one of those that has very, very nice seating with all the little controls on it. And they probably has a bar because it's the Woodlands area, and they will have a bar in saloon, you know, and I mean in a barber shop or a salon.
I mean, our HEBs give you wine when you're going through there,
right?
You had the picture up and you said, "Oh, this looks fancy." Can you share it with them?
Oh, well, I have to find it again.
Never mind.
22Q Cat said, friendship bracelets, necklaces. Yep, made them all, right? I remember the little ones you would, with the...
Yeah, I remember friendship bracelets.
Yes.
Remember those.
Yes. Shauna said, only if you can not have it after you go off plan and have it. I'm pretty sure I could do that because... You know, a few times I've gone off plan, like one and done, right? I don't spiral.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the good thing. But the reason is because
you don't have it here.
I don't bring it in the house. So anything that is off plan isn't coming in the house. So therefore, I'm not going to then, oh, well, I'll have a little more. So, and it hurts my wallet, right? Like if I'm going to have to spend that kind of money, it isn't something I'm going to get all the time because I would have to budget that in, and there's better things I'd rather budget for, like Dutch, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. 22Q Cat said, had popcorn maker will travel. That's funny, Shelly. That's definitely what I did.
Well, seriously, it's like the second or third time she came over to my house, that's what she brought.
Mm-hmm.
No, but also what I was going to say is this theater is also right next to a Scooter's Coffee. So
yeah.
You can check and see if they're even actively open.
Right. Because the movie's at 6:30 at night, so I don't know what time Scooter closes. But who has a Scooter's Coffee near them? They are good. They don't quite have as extensive a sugar-free menu as Dutch does. Like I think they only have like 2 flavors that are sugar-free. But their brewed coffee is really freaking good. So I usually get that with just a splash of heavy cream because they have one that's a Southern Bacanalicious or something. You know, they have some fancy term. And it's just their basic brewed coffee. They have really good flavored brewed coffee.
Because then also there's a little bit of a time crunch on this too because the movie's supposed to start. We're supposed to be able to go in at 6:30. They're supposed to open for us. I don't get off work until 5:30. Hopefully, I don't have to work over. But it's going to take us probably 30, 45 minutes to get over that way, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm just to me, it's a little time crunch. Because you know me, I want to be early. I'd rather be early than late.
Right?
Especially on something like that, I pay for.
Melissa K is here.
Hey, howdy.
I thank you for sharing your new card. That looks incredible. I'm so happy for you.
Yes, that's awesome.
She said, I remember Crocodile Dundee and Twister, both good movies.
Would they come out at the same time?
Yeah, probably pretty much. But here's my thing. I remember at the time, I was like, these movies are so good. But have you ever gone back and watched them and you're like, okay, that was kind of corny. I can't believe we got into
not
that.
Just the movies, but TV shows too.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
Especially like cartoons and stuff.
Right, kind of cringe. What
was I thinking?
But at the time, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
Right? Especially back in the day, I used to love all those like kung fu karate moves and stuff like that. Now we're probably watching like, oh my goodness, what's wrong?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
At least unrefined coconut oil or refined coconut oil.
It doesn't say.
Oh, I don't know if it says.
Will that matter though? It's still popcorn.
I guess she's saying, for it's worth it in the
grand scheme.
No, in the oil.
Oh.
Let me see if it says.
Well, you look that up.
Yeah. Well, I want to see when it just says freshly popped in coconut oil. That's all it says, and it's listed as gluten-free. Gluten-free and vegetarian. So I don't know. Dustin said, we love popcorn. We'll go off plan sometimes for it. Sometimes fresh caramel corn. Wow.
See, that's the other thing they gave me one time.
Yeah.
A whole tin of popcorn. The little tins they gave you was like 3 or 4 different flavors inside. I just re-gifted that to my sister. I mean, let her kids have it.
Yeah, I've never gone off for popcorn. So I don't know. Y'all. That's why I'm like debating. Like I'm like, well,
especially if we bring our own snacks.
Right. Yeah. And this is what Rickwood said. If you're willing to live through any adverse effects you'll get from going off plan, to go for it. Otherwise, my plan would be pork rinds. Right. That's a good option too. And yeah, that's the thing. It's been so long since I've had popcorn specifically, or corn in any form. I don't know. I know before I would get really sick from it. So that's what he was like, yeah, but you're going to get sick. Like, are you going to want to go through that?
Especially when you have to work the next day too.
Right. Lisa said, would go off plan for some popcorn at the movie theater. Okay. Thank you. I mean, it sounds good. I don't know. And it might be just because I'm remembering it, and then I might get it and be like, oh, this is shit. Right? Keto Simple said, yes, I released a video about cheat days or meals. My advice is don't bring leftovers home. Go out to have whatever it is and not make it at home. Yeah, that's how we've been, because I'm just like, yeah, you can make it cheaper at home, but then why? Then you're going to have a whole week's supply of it.
Financially, it'll be cheaper, but catastrophic for your health.
Right.
And not just your health, but your well-being as a whole.
And I think it's better when you do have that where it hits your wallet effect, where you're like, oh, it is not worth spending $17 or whatever it is, when normally
for popcorn.
Right. Well, the popcorn's like, I think $10.50.
But is it unlimited, like free refills?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad, I guess.
But still, $10.50. When it hits your wallet, I feel like, not only is it hitting your health, but it's hitting your wallet. So it limits that, right? Because you're like, well, I don't really want to spend that kind of money on something just because, right? Shauna said, great. Now I just want to go to my theater and get popcorn and go home. Oh, struggle bus lately. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
We don't want to cause anybody to stumble.
But you know what? Pork rinds are better. And there's so many more options with pork rinds.
You get all those deals all the time from Pork and Good.
Right. Oh, the salted butter pork rinds.
We should order some. Delicious. We'll get here in time, though. Or we check. Because now they said that Walmart has them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can go check out Walmart Tuesday.
It's so refreshing.
And then you won't have to go.
And we get salted butter pork rinds, and there you go.
We'll do that because they just released. They start because I think you just go to their website and you can find where they're at. Right.
22Q Cat said, I don't go to the movies very often, so I'm not tempted with the popcorn. Right. It's been, I think the last time we went to the movie was for
Oppenheimer.
No, it was for Dungeons and Dragons.
No, that was before Oppenheimer.
I don't think so. It was?
Yeah.
All right, well, one of those.
Yeah.
We saw.
There was something else at Oppenheimer too. I can't remember what it was though.
Barbie and Oppenheimer. We did a double feature. And I was not tempted then either. So, it's probably just because, I woke up and I haven't eaten today and I'm just like, everything sounds good. And the nostalgia. Melissa said, we have a cheap theater near us that really doesn't care what you bring in. So meat sticks, pork rinds, cheese meat, whatever we want. I do buy Diet Coke from them.
I mean, normally I would have done that too.
Yeah.
But we figured out I can't have diet sodas anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you need me to rehash why, I will. But if nobody needs to hear it, we'll just move on.
And we've like snuck in a Zevia in my purse before.
Only problem with that is it's not cold anymore, so it's not like, meh, whatever.
Right. But usually you order tea and you bring your own sweetener. Mm-hmm. That's his workaround. He'll do that. I've never been like a soda person. So if they have bottled water, I might get one of those or just a regular glass of water. Let's see here.
Because remember that same theater, we wouldn't say we couldn't find it anywhere printed on their website or nothing. So I had to call to see if they even charged for water. Remember?
Yeah.
And luckily they didn't.
Shada said, but honestly, I'd rather have some of the Smart Pop if I want popcorn or my salted butter pork rinds. Yeah, the salted butter by Porky Good is like the best,
and
right?
Fingers crossed that they have it at the Walmart we go to.
Melissa K said, I had best friend necklace. We also exchanged locks of hair. And are you still best friends with them? I have to say, whoever I was, I don't think I don't remember who it was, so obviously.
Really good.
Right? Keto Simple said, we realized we've been paying for Sam's for a few years. So I've gone twice in the last few weeks. Wow. Yeah, make sure you turn off that auto renew. Renee knows.
Speaking of Sam's though, does he have it with the early pickup?
Yeah. Do you get the early pickup? I think that's just at a certain level you get the early.
That's what I'm asking. So that also costs more.
Tweet Cat said, at least if you go the drive-in, you can load your car up with the things you really want to eat with no problem. No temptations, but good luck finding a drive-in. There actually is.
We have like 3 of them here.
Oh, 3. I know that there's.
Or at least 2 or 3,
yeah, there's one. It's about a 30-minute drive, but there is a drive-in. But y'all know, I have never gone to a drive-in.
I have. But again, y'all know how I don't like the heat. There's no sense in it.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because every time I had a group of friends and they would do it all the time, and then I would see them and they would be like playing football out, and I'm like, so wait, I have to pay to see a movie and sit outside, and they're like, oh, you could turn the car on. I'm like, so then I have to waste gas? I don't know. It's never appealing to me.
Why don't you stay home and just play the football and everything? I don't understand.
Well, just something to do while they're waiting on the movie to start.
I don't know, but still.
But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if it was like during the wintertime when it's cool outside, that'd probably be when to go. But not in this summer heat.
Right.
And most of the time, it takes a lot for me to go see a movie. Most of the time, we wait until it's released, and nowadays a lot of stuff is movie theater and a streaming service at the same time, because quite a few movies we've seen that way.
Yeah, because we have whenever we upgraded our internet, they gave us HBO Max for free, and I get stuff on there all the time saying it's going to be released on there as well at the same time.
So we'll just do that, and I like that better because then you're in your home, in your comfortable couch with your beautiful, wonderful dogs, and then you can make whatever you want to watch the movie.
Right.
The meat sitter said, evidently my TV had a stroke.
Oh, no.
Since I last screened YouTube on it, so had to go through a crazy code sign-in thing all over again. So now y'all are on the big screen.
Nice.
Whoa.
I told you I'm larger than life.
Don't you hate it when, like, certain things, all of a sudden, you have to re-log in, and you're like, okay, what was the password for this, either YouTube or Amazon, and you're like, well, freaking A, I don't remember, and then you have to change your password. Shauna said, I love those Earth Breeze Eco Sheets. Yay, I'm so glad.
Now, did you use the whole sheet, or you do like we do and cut them in half?
Well, she said, she messaged me and she said, now they're perforated, like they're in portions, so you don't have to cut them.
That's awesome.
You automatically just pull apart a half.
I wonder about when you open the new package.
Right. Well, yeah,
That's
we got a new package on the auto subscription and it came, but I have not opened it because I still have quite a bit of the other one. Renee said, drinking a cup of chocolate caramel brownie Java?
Whoa, where'd you get that?
A cheap HEB special that's good enough for $5 a pound.
See,
Okay,
I told you I should've
I'm
looked
going to
at
have to
HEB.
look. Oh my
Write that down.
gosh. That sounds good. Do you really get the chocolate flavor? And then Renee said, maybe y'all
Probably
need
not, since she doesn't like chocolate.
Oh, that's right. Renee said, maybe y'all need to get one of those little ramps, not only to help her
Right.
up, but keep her from the impact of jumping down too. Oh, that's true. That's true. And because when she gets off, she does like a long stretch and slowly gets her legs down.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. Thank you.
We
Maybe I
do
should
need
go
to
look
look into getting like a ramp for the couch for her.
I think I'll
Poor
run
little
do that this
baby.
evening, actually.
But she doesn't, at least her bed and everything, because neither one of the dogs jump on our bed. So they have their own bed in the bedroom. So that's good for her. So it's mainly just the couch. And maybe that's why she doesn't get on the other couch.
Yeah,
during
because
the
we have
day.
another couch in our front room up there, but she usually stays on that one all the time. But here recently, she hasn't been. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that is.
So I think I should say it's because her hind legs, that's the one she uses to push off of.
Renee said, "Aw, Delilah, Devara, and their Happy Meal dances. And it's so cute. I love when they get so excited for it. Sam just sits there like he's just like a little statue. He's just like, I'm waiting. And then because when we got him, I, make them wait and put the food down, to make sure they don't have any food aggression and everything. And he'll just go to where his little spot here and he'll just sit there and be like, okay, I'm ready. And you can tell he's full of, like, he's just like, I really want this. And then as soon as I put it down, I go, okay. And then he's like, ah.
I wish they had an on-off button on this because I don't want to get up to unplug it. That's the only way I can turn it on and off.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't want to get up yet.
Renee said, I've actually seen an increase in Sam's keto items and better quality items in my store. Well, you have to let us know because honestly, the only time I use Sam's is just for pickup. So I do that, where it comes up on the app where it shows like your most ordered things. And I just reordered the same things all the time. I never look at anything else. I'm just like, okay, well, we know we want the Zevias and we want this. And I just redo that. And then Renee said, so that is why I'm having to sign back into things. The YouTube is the only one I've had all of my apps do this. Because Rickwood said it's a certificate thingy from the IT.
Speaking of Sam, did you report that the
No, I have not yet.
Because I don't know how long you have to do that.
I don't know. Keto Simple said, I've made the mozzarella pepperoni with the Daba pizza sauce, baked them and bagged them up in a gallon size bag. Purse bacon too. There you go. That's awesome.
Well, how long do you do that the cheese pepperoni thing for? How long? Or can we do it in the air fryer?
You can do either one.
Mm-hmm.
Rickwood said, kitchen update. Okay, here we go. I got backsplash yesterday, but the pics are not good. Hope to be finished by the end of the week. Oh, that'll be awesome. Oh, how nice. Renee said, don't forget purse bacon and Heath. If you have any bags of those Projects meat sticks.
Right. That's an idea too.
Yeah, on the way home, we stopped at Projects and I bought like a half a pound of the jalapeno cheese ones and we've already ate them.
Those little nuggets.
Yeah, they're little nugget size, but
that would have been good too.
That would have been perfect.
But they have that one though. Like the meat sticks there. Yeah, we get that at HEB.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of ordering it or that'd be better actually than the chomps or whatever.
Right. Or I like the honestly, when it comes to a meat stick, I think Projects is my number one fave. But then I would say like your mass one is the Tillamook. Right. I like the Tillamook ones.
You know what might be good too though? We got them before at Aldi real cheap. The jerky.
I didn't think their jerky was clean.
I thought it was. There was one that's not. There's one that was. We bought them before.
Oh,
we bought them twice.
I thought it was the Tillamook one is the one we got.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, we got it at Aldi. That's what I remember.
Renee said, hey, I got to give kudos for any occupational therapy, though I'm also pro actual devotion to exercise. Yes, and I know we let things go. Keto Simple said, we've gone to Kroger to get theater snacks and spent like $80 without trying by buying low carb snacks. So two large diet Pepsi and a large popcorn bundle is like $21.
So it actually would have been cheaper to go to the movie theater.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oops.
Right?
Another
you're getting
thing
all
I
those
used to
snacks.
It might be a bad thing to say about my mother, but the little town we grew up in, they had a $1 movie theater. And a lot of times she would use that as a babysitter. She would drive us up there, drop us off, and we would movie hop. We'd watch one movie, we'd leave there and go get another one.
Did anybody else do that?
And then we'd go in between movies, we'd go play video games.
No, I never got to do that.
And then another thing she used to do a lot too, she would go to the no-name Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And bet like a whole stack of movies for us. And just let us sit there and watch TV all day. That's why I've seen so many different movies.
Yeah.
And we had cable growing up too. So
yeah, did not have cable. We were too poor for cable. I had to go to my best friend's and she had cable and I'd be like, what is this? What is Nickelodeon and all that? Because I didn't have that. I had PBS. That was the extent of my childhood stuff.
That's another thing we figured out too at the hotel. We were just flipping through the TV channel there and we were watching the Food Network show or whatever. And it said now on Max. We used to love a lot of the competition shows,
like the food truck race. Yeah.
And now we can still tune in and watch it because we have Max. I just didn't even know that was an option.
I know. Tweet Key Cat said, yes, still throwing some squats in there, and I don't even mind doing them. Who am I? I just bought a weighted vest and it's kicking my butt. Nice. What doesn't seem heavy is heavy for me. Wow, that's awesome, Lynn. I'm so proud of you. Keto Simple said, does he tell you, Shelly, that I asked about you on my live?
Not just you, not just Dustin, but everyone. Oh, yeah.
He does not.
Can I tell a story about you, Dustin?
And he said, I know you're still asleep when I'm like, oh, yeah.
And I told him, I said, yes, she is.
I am out. But Dustin, no, he does not tell me that.
Can I tell her the story about buying me a coffee?
Oh. No, I have no idea. And a lot of times I'll wake up and I'll say, did you go to Dustin's live today? And he'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, well, what was it about today? Oh, the usual.
Well, it depends. A lot of it times it's just whatever. It's like kind of like whatever everybody else is talking about.
Keto Simple said, if I'm falling off a cliff, I bet I'll be under dramatic or overly dramatic too. Right. But the 70s and 80s, like they really pushed the drama. Right. Shada said, I've lived through a couple 6 and higher earthquakes, but avalanches, I can't even watch movies with that in it, right? Like an avalanche just sounds horrific, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. That's why I'm scared to go skiing. And whenever anybody is like, oh, I love going skiing. We're going to a skiing mountain, or this is a skiing resort. I'm like, well, I sure hope you're safe and you come back alive, because there's going to be an avalanche, right? Because according to the movies, anytime there's snow, there's an avalanche. Renee said, and sharks are much more present in busy beach waters, and that's not going to get any better. Be careful on your vacay, folks.
Wasn't there recently just one attack there in Florida?
Yeah, there's all kinds. Yeah, someone was out and then it got her leg. I think you sent us the video, Renee. But yeah, like not going in that. I mean, I never cared for Galveston water. Nope. Because it's so ugly. And I always got bit by a jellyfish. Like, I must be a jellyfish magnet. Because growing up as a kid, if I ever went in the ocean, I always got bit by a jellyfish. They freaking love me. And so as an adult, I don't care to go into the beach water. Like Galveston. I think really I only went in the water when we were in Tahiti because it was so beautiful and I thought it would be safe. So that's obviously not true either.
I just hate going to the beach and out in Galveston.
Oh, and it's so dirty.
Because I just feel like it's like the toilet bowl of the rest of the nation.
Yeah, it's just dirty. But that's me. I know I have friends, actually, my childhood best friend which we probably did have the necklace. But anyways, she goes with her family and they camp out the whole weekend at Galveston Beach. I'm like, I could not. That's your electrolytes. 22Q Cat said, nice, Heath, on the award. Right? I'm so proud of him.
Random too. They didn't. I got an email one day.
Shada said, I'm not really a beach ocean vacationer, thankfully. Yeah, see, I'm not either. I'm a mountain person. Yep. So I prefer, if I'm going to go on vacation, I like going up to the mountains or in the middle of the woods, away from everybody, and just be there. I know, like, some people, they're like, if it's like they look forward to going to the beach on their vacation. And I'm like, that's like the last thing I want to do is go to a beach. Like, the only time, honestly, we go to a beach per se is because of cruises.
Vitamin D3.
Yes. We do the cruises, and because, of course, it's a cruise, you're always going to be surrounded by beaches, but I don't go to the beach on those. It just, we're in a coastal town kind of deal.
Right.
But otherwise, I don't want to, not my plan. Renee said, steak is always a welcome meal. Yes, steak is the best.
They didn't even have an option for steak at the movies, did they?
No, you could add, they had a ribeye and shaved ribeye that you could add to the salad.
Oh.
They had like an avocado Caesar salad, and you can add shaved ribeye to it.
How much is that, though?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look. Probably $19, $20. Keto Simple said, oh, yeah, that's why we love Gulf Shores. There hasn't been a shark attack since 1897 or something. Oh, wow.
What are y'all doing to the sharks to scare them off?
Right? Renee said, I'm definitely a beach girl. I know, but am overly cautious and paranoid, but also keep in contact with my friends with planes and copters if I plan to venture in. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I know, a lot of people love the beach. Shauna said, the only time I actually swam or snorkeled in the ocean was in 2003 in Kauai, in the same place, Tunnels Beach, where that professional surfer got attacked and lost an arm to a shark, but she was way further out than I went. Luckily, this basically non-swimmer floats well in salt water. Yikes. Oh, gosh. That is, ugh. Yeah, I wouldn't have even been able to get in the water if I'd known. Renee said, of course, that's a tourist attraction. They don't want the info out there. Oh, she's saying that, let me go back. That Gulf Shore does have sharks. Okay.
They have the down.
I just figure if it's the ocean, there's sharks. That's my go-to. Sharks and jellyfish. So one of them will get me.
How do you pronounce that?
Well, stop moving it. Terraflunomide. Terraflunomide.
But that is my generic Abaggio, which is what I take for my MS.
Rickwood said sharks are going to congregate in areas where there is food. Just saying. Right? Exactly. They're like, ooh, fresh food here. Let's go to this buffet. Right? Keto Simple said the water in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina has a few attacks a year, so I'm good with Gulf Shores. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't, right there. Y'all just talking about it. Like, it's water. There's going to be, in case you're in an enclosed, lake area, but even then, they might have alligators. So that's the other thing that scares me about it.
Uh-huh.
That's why I love water, but I like a nice pool where I can see everything.
All right.
I'm a pool person, not a beach person.
And then until you have Sharknado, then they just drop out of the sky.
That's true. You can't forget about Sharknado. So that's even worse because it's a tornado and this is not. And the next thing you know, there's an avalanche when you're trying to get away. That's just the worst.
Because we were talking about that too at work.
Oh,
the Final Destination movies. We both have still PTSD when we get behind certain trucks hauling stuff.
Oh yeah, Final Destination. That's why a lot of times there are certain horror movies I have to read up ahead of time because I will be scarred. So Final Destination definitely scarred me for life. Y'all, You can never get behind a truck that has logs on it. Like, no, that's just not going to happen anymore. Melissa K, the problem with earthquakes is they're completely unpredictable. At least with tornadoes and hurricanes, there are warnings. I've been through several earthquakes, but luckily was never on a cliff. Oh, that's good, Melissa. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, just earthquakes, unpredictable. Tweet to Key Cat said Home Depot seems to be pretty generous with perk gifts. I'm saying.
Yeah, except for I didn't get any reimbursement when I was off. But.
Right. Well, since you're getting out this is the chocolate malt fudge I made.
And then to your right is the new batch, so we can make another.
Yeah, he wants me to now make banana chocolate fudge. So I got the semi-sweet chips and a banana keto chow. We're going to be making this today, and I'm going to put the rest of the pecans on it.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't that sound good, y'all? Keto Simple said he was also one of the punks at the start of Terminator 1.
Oh, that's where it was. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. That's cute.
But he didn't answer me about buying me a coffee.
Oh, well, I haven't gotten there yet.
My bad. Well,
I'm way behind because somebody keeps interrupting me.
Me?
Mm-hmm. I guess he said, sure thing. You could tell the story. Okay.
He set up to become a member, but never finalized it. So he didn't know people had sent him money. He had money sitting in it.
Wow.
Collected it. So today he got a whole bunch of them all at once because he finalized the setup.
Oh, that's awesome. Way to go, Dustin. That's always a nice surprise. Shauna said, I got to go, Julia. We got cows. The meat sitter. My friends at NSA Pensacola Flight School patrol Gulf shores and all of the Pensacola Gulf Breeze Perdido Key area, and you'd be shocked at the photos they have shown me with sharks all around swimmers. Nope.
Another reason why we don't go to the beach.
Keto Simple said he was also in Chet in Weird Science. How about a greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray? Renee loves that scene. Lisa said, best friends charms, the BF first and in. Yes, that is so cool. Keto Simple said, I just binged The Gentleman, 8 episodes on Netflix. It's a Guy Ritchie production.
I have that set up, but I haven't watched it yet.
Huh. Renee said, is Heath eating more Mater gravy? Oh, makes my heart see y'all loving my little yummies.
That's what this whole container is full of right now. Oh shoot.
Well, until you're spilling it out.
It's just water.
Yes, he's been eating on that. In fact, he's made pork chops today too.
Yeah.
For meal prep, and he's going to
That's what I did last week.
Put the tomato gravy on the pork chops.
I don't know if y'all actually pay attention. Let me know if I'm wasting my time doing this or not. But in the show notes, I list my meals for the whole week. Do I need to do that? Do y'all even care? Because I'll show you pictures and everything. But do I not need to catalog it for you? Or do y'all even care?
Mm-hmm. Sherry said, good tip, not bringing it into the house. Exactly. Like, because to me, that's the worst thing. If I bring it in the house, I know I'm not going to control myself. Like, even right now, you know, we got those keto ice creams.
I wanted one of those too.
And I was just thinking last night, because we have one at lunch, because I found the triple chocolate at this other HEB.
So good.
So we had that for lunch yesterday, and then we had one for dinner. And I was like, ooh, that's our problem, is we start with one, and then we're doing twice a day. I'm like, we need to back off, because he thinks we're going to keep buying these. I'm not paying $6 a box for these ice creams.
Not for a 4-pack?
Yeah.
No, that's crazy talk.
So no.
And I had the mango earlier, and I definitely don't want to buy that one again.
Yeah.
It was reminding me of like a little Croy.
Mm-hmm.
It like I was eating a vanilla.
So that's how I feel when it comes to like even keto treats or keto snacks, is bringing them in the house. I'm not always good at spacing it out. Like the fudge, we've done pretty good, you know, and plus I feel like this is better because it is basically just keto chow with some lilies, and we're able to make that last like all week. But the certain things like those ice creams, like we're going a little too crazy with them. We need to be spacing them out. One, they're expensive, and two, we shouldn't be having 2 of them a day or even one every day.
What was that one chocolate bar that helped me really figure out that I was allergic to the?
That was the keto. Oh,
remember?
I forget the company, but
I'm really proud of them though. I mean, they were really cool too. When I told them we bought like a bunch, and I think we ordered like a case of them.
Yeah, they had it. They used. I don't even remember the company anymore, but they would do if you buy 2, you get 1 free, or if you buy 4.
The keto was in the name, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
What it was.
But yeah, and so that's our problem is sometimes when you get those, if you buy a lot, then we're just like constantly, because you think in your mind, well, it's keto, so it's fine, but no, it's not.
With those bars, we started splitting a bar every day. Then we started having a bar each a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I think it was we had the almonds in that.
Yeah, that's where you found out.
It was that, and then we ordered pizza from a joint that used almond flour for their keto-friendly crust. It was those 2 things that really clued me in on it.
Yeah, so he can't have those. But it's just like, I felt like the same way with the ice cream. Like, we're not going to be buying this anymore. Yeah. So the 8 or so that are left in the freezer, you better make those last.
And it's not that big a deal anyways, though. I'm not missing out on anything because we still have keto chow. And we have a creamy.
Lisa said, I finally ate my squash we bought at the farmer's market.
Was it good?
It was not good. And not because it was expired. Hard squash lasts forever. That combo, the kabocha and butternut, was not as a good one. I'm sorry, Lisa. That sucks.
That always hurts more because you spend all the money on it. Usually when you buy at the farmer's market, it's at a premium.
Right.
It makes it even worse when it doesn't taste good.
Dustin said, showed up with popcorn maker at your house. It's awful bright and early for my after dark brain. Wow.
That's what I love about him. I think we would get along very well in person because he's like me, doesn't really have a filter.
Renee said, I know I whine about not having Dutch or these other big name coffee places, but I do prefer my many local
joints. That one you told us about, that one I was really impressed with them.
I was too. The Addiction, that was some good stuff there.
For now on, when we come visit, we have to go there.
Yeah, and I would feel like, so you don't have the big names. To me, a local place is always going to be far better.
That's usually our go-to anyways.
Yeah, like when we travel, I prefer to find a local coffee shop. We do have a couple small ones here. Like if I go to a farmer's market, I'm definitely getting coffee from one of the small vendors. There is a couple HEBs that have a small coffee happening here right in Old Town Spring. And they're at I think 2 different HEBs in the area as well. And I do like their coffee, but again, they only have sugar-free vanilla. That's it.
Well, we know that one coffee brewer too. Remember that used to, his family owned it. The both of them worked at the barbecue joint. We love using his stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
And our go-to is always local. We always go through local first. That's why I'm also a very, very big. I always brag about Gringo's Mexican Kitchen. It's a Houston-based restaurant. They have multiple locations, but the very first one they ever opened was from the same city I graduated high school from. And I've actually been able to meet the owner. And we've had several friends that work for him too. Mm-hmm. And they're just a really good company. So that's why I don't have a problem giving them our money.
Right. Brenda S. is here. She's I've been listening, but was eating wings, so couldn't comment. Right? Well, that sounds delicious. Oh, here's a good suggestion. Sherry said it's pricey, but carnivore chips, Chris. Oh. Remember those?
But I think you only order those online. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you have to order online.
I know, but say we order them right now. Would we get them here in time?
I don't know.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
I know, but that is a great option. Shauna said, honestly, movie theater popcorn smells way better than it tastes. Right? That is true.
Because like you always said, it wasn't the popcorn so much, it was the butter.
Yes. Rickwood said, remember when you got sick in Austin that night because of what you ate? I know it wasn't off plan, but you never know what is in things. That's true. That is true.
Because it may say butter, but you don't know if it's just margarine or whatever.
Right. Or butter blend.
Because also, I when I watch YouTube, when it's not keto stuff, most of the time it's either wrestling or food. And now, occasionally, movie stuff too, reviews. I've been watching a lot of stuff for the Deadpool Wolverine, but one of the number one ranked barbecue joints in Texas, we have been dreaming about going to. They're only open on Saturdays. They open at 8 a.m. They open at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and then they close when they're sold out. And it's this grandmother basically that does it all. And we're always watching all these different little exposés on her little restaurant. And we were just dreaming about the time we could go, because I don't remember how long a drive it is, like maybe 6 hours or whatever from us.
It's outside of Austin.
Yeah.
3 hours.
But she was so proud that she coats everything in margarine. I'm like, well, I don't want to go now.
Renee said, every time I've caved to popcorn, I get it with the layered extra butter in a small. It tastes amazing. I never even finish a small, but always regret it in the form of bathroom pyrotechnics. It's just not worth it. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Is that happening? And with it being literally years since I've had popcorn, I don't know what my system will do.
My thing is, I didn't have that big a draw to the popcorn.
No,
my problem was always the
pizza.
No, chocolate. That's mine.
Keto Simple said, I'm not seeing salted butter at Walmart. Oh, okay.
Dang it. Because again, if we order today, I don't think it'd be here in time.
Shauna said, KPL through shenanigans, 80 days and 22 hours.
That's awesome. I wish we could go.
And she says she gets her Porking Good salted butter pork rinds on subscription.
I know.
Renee said, I just checked locations near me for Porking Good, and one was a liquor store in Corpus called Liquor Town. I wouldn't have thought of them being at liquor stores, but smart move, right?
Hey,
that's awesome.
Anywhere you can get.
Sherry says Dundee was in 86 and Twister was in 96.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think we're just at the age 80s, 90s, it all is one time.
I'm not that old.
Dustin said, I go in and shop with Scan and Go.
Yes. I like that too.
Yeah. I hate going into Sam's because it's just always so busy. So I just do the order and curbside. But I love going into H-E-B and shopping there and Sprouts. But Sam's, for some reason, I just...
Well, I think mainly the reason why, because we don't buy our meat there and vegetables.
Right.
But when you go to the other stores, you can actually see
what I'm picking up. Yeah. We've got a few drive-ins here. Oh, that's awesome. Renee said, I love that you can use the Scan and Go at the gas pumps too. Oh, that's right. They do that. Or many of these movies are available to stream for like $20 at home. So that's worth it if you have families or just prefer it in your own home. Right. That's true. Nowadays, just get it off of a streaming service and it is much better. Right. Melissa Kay said, I actually am best friends with her still. Aw, we don't see each other as much as we like. She's in Ohio. We're both busy, but when we can talk, it's like no time has passed.
That's awesome.
That is a real best friend, right? Tweet to Q Cat said, drive-ins were great back in the day. They'd show 3 movies, and it was just fun staying up late, etc. when we were kids. Just not the same fun vibes these days.
Right.
Oh, so I don't know because I've never done that. So I guess nowadays you don't get 3 movies anymore? Or do you think it's more of a young person's type of format? Is it like our drive-ins really geared to young people, like teens?
Because didn't they used to sneak people in the car so they didn't have to pay for them?
I mean, that's what I've seen in the movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sherry said, in my jammies, makeup off, at-home movies are a good choice.
Right.
When it's hotter than Hades, movie theater chill is nothing like it. Right.
Amen.
True.
Now, I think it's another reason why we don't go to the drive-in now.
Right. But yeah, if you go into a movie theater and they've got it so nice and chilly, and I've seen some movie theaters, I don't know if the one we're going to does this, but it'll let you even get a blanket. Like they'll have certain seats where you get blanket service and all of that. And I'm like, wow, that is like really up the game, because I feel like movie theaters for a while, it was very bare bones. Yeah, it was like, okay, the CD kind of sucked and everything. And I think they were realizing people were like, I'll just wait till it comes out and rent it. And so now they've really upped their game. They get these ultra comfy seats and all of these extra benefits. Yeah, the recliners. And it's just like a better experience. My favorite is honestly Alamo Draft House.
Yeah. Well, they closed down here though, didn't they?
There's one in Katy.
Okay.
We'd have to drive which we might as well just drive to Austin if we want to. But I do love a good Alamo Draft House. When there was one closer to us, we really enjoyed going to it, but we don't get to now.
But wasn't the drive-in, didn't those were real popular at the same time it was popular to go cruising? Because there was to go running around, with the friends driving up and down all the time. Because I never did that either.
I don't know. I have no idea, y'all. Shauna said, not even perforated, just comes in half sheets. That's nice.
Because we have the wall sheets right now. We cut them ourselves.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Renee said, Shelly, that's what I made you last weekend. I showed you in the black and white bag. Black and white bag. Made me last weekend. Are you talking about the flowers?
No, see, I think she's talking about the coffee.
Oh.
Am I right?
Oh,
Am I right?
Okay. That was it. Okay, I don't remember it having a very chocolatey flavor, though.
That's what I'm saying. With her liking it, it wouldn't have that pronounced chocolate.
Right, not a huge pronounced chocolate flavor. Keto Simple said, we have a 3-screen drive-in nearby that shows 3 movies. Each screen repeats the first movie after the second, and there's a single screen further out.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
That's a system.
Renee said, and oddly, I like chocolate flavor in my coffee. Okay. I just don't love chocolate in dessert type or candy things. Hence, Bang Fave flavor too.
Did they finally destroy or do away with that one?
I guess so. Because
I still can't find it.
Keto Simple said, I like a slight cocoa flavor in my coffee. I've just started trying chocolate core keto chow unsweetened in my coffee. And it's pretty yummy.
He was churching that up too.
Well, I like using, I've got it over here. It's I think it's Wild Foods. They're cacao or cocoa. And that's unsweetened. And so sometimes if I'm feeling it, I'll add like a spoonful of that. But generally, my day-to-day coffee is very plain, y'all. It's, I usually have a flavored coffee. So this week, he's been making me the s'mores, basically, the 2 Aldi flavors. And then I just add some MCT and butter and sometimes heavy cream. That's it. That's all I do to my coffee. Renee said, I did that with the chocolate keto chow stuff too. Oh, nice. She said, Rickwood said, be right back. Doggy walks. Yay. Renee said, I don't know why, but I don't care for the Tillamook meat. I think it's a texture thing. I like the snap and firmer, drier texture of projects. Tillamook is too close to Slim Jim and just seems off. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so I guess Projects is definitely a drier meat stick. I do like the Tillamook. I like that Slim Jim texture for me.
Well, it's like me with the sausage. My favorite is Chapel Hill versus everybody else because of the grind in it and everything. So it's probably like a similar situation.
Keto Simple, y'all got time to get the popcorn ready before the story starts. Renee said, yes, the attack was just at Port Aransas and a few weeks ago, and jellyfish are more prevalent with the hurricane season, but get pulverized in rough waters, leaving lots of stingers blended up.
Wow. That's scary.
Oh, see, that's why I can't do the ocean, because those jellyfish stingers, they'll find me. And Rickwood's already back. She's like, beat Shelly back.
That's awesome.
Shauna said, well, at age 3, I nearly drowned in the ocean, so I have a cautious respect for it. I don't blame you. That would not be, like I would probably never go in the ocean then. Shauna said, final destination. Imagine growing up in Forks, Washington, where every other vehicle practically was a log truck. Yeah. Right? Yeah, just permanent PTSD, right?
Right. I'm never leaving the house.
Renee said, banana chocolate fudge seems like it would be good with some flaked salt on top.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, well, that's why I was thinking the pecans would be good, but maybe I should roast the pecans and salt them. Like put some of the smoked salt on them and then put that on top of the fudge. That sounds good.
When are we making that?
after the live.
Okay.
And then now Shauna is making her lunch. Yeah. Melissa K said, Final Destination is definitely traumatizing.
Uh-huh.
I won't drive behind trucks with logs or even pipes. My sister would never try a tanning bed. Exactly.
Right.
So many ways to be scared of that franchise. Exactly.
Yes.
Like that prevented me from doing so many things.
Like so many people back in the day too were scared of birds because of the one movie.
Oh, birds,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, tanning, like never ever been in. Obviously, I've never been in a tanning salon. But yeah, some of those things I'm just like, and I can't watch because I know they did like 4 or 5 Final Destinations.
Wow.
I never watched any of them after the first
the final?
one. Right, exactly. They haven't decided. But after the first one, I was like, I can't watch these movies. I would just be trapped in my house if I keep watching these things.
Agoraphobe?
I know. Keto Simple said, I have a very strong filter. I keep my responses in my lives and videos PG. It takes a lot of restraint.
No, I'm saying if we were in person.
I want to help as many people as I can, so I have to keep it PG.
Oh, I understand that. When I was saying that if we were hanging out in person, though.
Right. Like if we went to KPL.
Yeah.
And he said, I've never been to HEB. I did see one in Austin. Well, if you ever visit.
There's the thing.
Okay.
Tell her. Go ahead.
You have to ask which HEB to go to because you can't just go to any random HEB because even in our area, like there's an HEB that's not even 10 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
And neither one of us that's
the closest.
Yeah, that's the closest. Or if I go to the Aldi that's across the street from it, I'm like, well, I need something at HEB. I guess I'll just go to this one. But that's not our favorite. And if somebody was visiting, I would not suggest that HEB.
Right, they take them one over here.
We would either take them to Heath's favorite or my favorite, the one off Gosling, which is where Nicole works. Yeah. And I would say one of those HEBs are much better. So yeah, different HEBs have different things. So you have to ask an area person, which HEB should I go to?
Same thing with Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
When I was telling you I was raised down here where they're from. Some of those are just basic
gas stations.
They're not going to be super. They're not going to have any buggies or nothing like that. They're not going to sell all the products. They're just a gas station. That's all they are.
Right.
So you have to be kind of leery when you get down in this area.
Right. So always ask a local. Which HEB, which Buc-ee's should I go to?
Because
they're not all created equal.
He always has a Buc-ee's mug.
Oh, okay.
And I just feel a little nostalgic or happy about seeing it.
We passed one Buc-ee's. Oh yeah, we passed one on the way to Renee's.
Right.
And we both took turns going in, using the restroom, and they had an area for you to walk your dogs. I mean, it wasn't fenced in.
Right.
It was just like, hey, here's the dog area.
Here's some grass.
Here's some grass. And they had like a little trash can with the little pickup bags.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, that's nice. I like that. But yeah, I could go into Buc-ee's and just be like, oh, I don't need anything.
Right.
Is my thing. I know that some people go in, like when we visited that one, people had carts full of stuff, and I'm like, nah, that's all right.
But I think also part of it too is her area. It's a very heavy tourist area too.
Yeah,
so I think they've been out of towners in there doing that.
Right, probably because
again,
people buy blankets and stuff. I'm like,
then again, some of the big ones around here, they still do that too.
Yeah,
because we're not that big a tourist area.
I think I like it because of the restrooms.
Yeah.
That's my number one reason for going. I get in there, use the restroom, and get out.
Yeah.
Brenda F is here. Hey, Brenda. She said, hi. How are you doing? And Lisa said, finished up my red sauerkraut ferment and orange habanero mash ferment.
Oh, wow.
Now beef ribs in the oven. Should have put them in the smoker, but I'm just feeling lazy. Okay, that orange habanero mash, you need to share that with me.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
That's right up our alley.
Mm-hmm. Keto Simple said, we wear hoodies and bring our own blankets.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I absorb the cold.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I will go in with shorts and I don't care that I'm freezing because I'm like, because the minute, the 30 seconds out this door, it's going to be blazing hot and humid. So I got to be like so frozen that it takes the car walk to defrost.
Because we keep it so cold in our car too. Sometimes when we get out, we'll fog up our glasses.
Yes, and I love it. Lisa said Alamo Draft House is around the corner from our house, and it's our favorite. I know, I love them.
Is that where you're going to see Deadpool?
Renee said we have an Alamo Draft House in Corpus. I've always taken a little fleece blanket in with me, and no questions.
Nice.
I can see that.
Because aren't they a Texas-based company?
Yeah, I thought out of Austin is where they started. So we were really excited when and we have gone to the one in Katy, but y'all.
It's a little drive.
Yeah, like an hour and a half drive to get there. And I mean.
Just for a movie? That's crazy talk.
Right. Brenda S. said, I'd have trouble enough staying awake. A blanket would end me.
Right?
You're like, oh, great. I just spent, $500 to see this movie.
And then also has as comfy as the chairs are now too.
Right.
They're almost like couches.
Keto Simple said, we have fancy theaters with the recliner seats and some of the dinner ones, but we love the small 8-screen theater in our town. It's not often busy. Most of the times we have movies to ourselves.
That's
wow,
awesome.
that's
really
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's nice where you can just be the only ones in there. I'm excited to see on Thursday how full this is going to be. We'll see.
Because actually, because originally we were thinking that it was going to come out Friday, where we're going to try and do something else, postpone or not even have a Friday Night Feast that week. But then we found out actually it's coming out Thursday.
Well, technically, all their paperwork says Friday. There's always like an early release the night before, so it's Thursday evening.
That's awesome.
Tweety Q Cat said the blankets thing sounds nice, but then I remembered I'm kind of OCD about cleanliness and don't want to blanket whoever has had them. I'll take my own thing.
That's what I was wondering if they do it kind of like they do on the plane on the.
With their wrap.
They give it to you sealed.
I don't know because my thing I've never actually done that. Like they're like upgraded seats, so I never do any of that. So I have no idea. How that would even, because I'm like, I'm not going to pay for a VIP seat.
What we used to do too, a lot of times, there was a movie house right up north of us that there's the theater is like a block away from a restaurant we really like, and there's a valet right next to that. So a lot of times what we would do, we go valet the car, eat dinner, and walk across the street basically to go see a movie.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that was very handy.
Yes.
And that saved us money from buying all the snacks at that movie house.
Yes, it sure did.
But we haven't done that in forever.
Right. I know.
Because there haven't been movies out that really warrant going to the movies.
No, there really hasn't.
And the few times we do, we're like, okay, we could have watched that at home.
Right, exactly. Let's see what it says. It says the Sinopolis we're going to with reclining leather seats, full waiter service at the push of a button, and a full bar.
Yeah.
So this one doesn't mention. It says luxury seating, handcrafted cocktails, quality cuisines, wine, dine, and relax, free on-site parking.
That's nice too.
Yeah. And then they have daily deals, join the rewards. I don't know. And Twisters is playing there today. Let's see how much these tickets are, y'all.
Wow, we're going to go this evening? Maybe.
I'm looking. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Selected, available. Yeah, I don't see VIP seats here. Ooh, wow. There's not that many seats even open.
Oh, wow.
Let's see how much these are. Let's see, y'all. How to pay? Ooh, $13.50 a person for this one.
That ain't that bad, really.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Oof.
But my problem with that too, though, is I can buy the DVD for $20.
Right, exactly.
But
like someone said earlier, you just rent it at home.
Yeah.
Keto Simple said, mostly my coffee is espresso, a Nespresso shots and heavy cream. Yeah, I need to do my Nespresso again. I have not been using it that much. I basically have 1 cup of coffee a day, so I feel like, but every once in a while I do get a craving for a second cup of coffee. Now, granted, my first cup is 16 ounces.
So when I'm craving Dutch, that's when you have multiple cups that day? Because I still make your coffee.
Right. Yeah, Keto Simple said, yeah, in person, I'm a mess. I'm either shy and quiet or totally unfiltered.
That's what I'm saying. I think it'd be fun to hang out with. You need to come over for a barbecue.
Right? 22Q Cat said, I still own my tanning bed.
Oh, wow.
I bought it in 1999, I believe. What the heck?
Does it still work?
It was great at the time, but I stopped using it many years ago. So I basically have a coffin. Oh my God.
At least you're planning ahead.
Lynn, that is hilarious. 25 years old.
Wow.
Does it still work? Or do you even know? You're like, oh, there's so much dust on it. I don't even know if I can plug it in. That is amazing.
It is.
Rickwood said the HEB is like me going to Aldi around here in Georgia. I have several. One is no bueno. One is really good, and the other one's really busy, but has the best meat.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I guess that is probably true about most things. Like there's certain locations that are just better. Like one of the Aldis here, they have really good prices, like better than the other area Aldis. I don't like the location.
Remember, too, all you found out about Dutch Bros and the prices.
Yeah. Some of the Dutch Bros have different prices now. And
because we order the same thing every time, so we kind of know how much we're going to pay. And then when it's different, they're like, well, what's going on?
Yeah, and Shauna said because they're independent franchises. And the girls.
Wasn't she the one that taught us about Dutch?
Yeah. And I asked one of the workers, I said, well, how come, a couple weeks ago it was only $10.70 for our drinks? And she's like, well, yeah, we, went up on soft top. I'm like, we don't order soft top. And she's like, yeah.
Thanks for your help.
And she's, I guess, I don't know. Okay. Thank you.
Another thing, if you are going to come to Houston.
Oh, gosh.
And you're looking to go to an HEB, I would also tell you to go to Central Market.
Oh, yeah.
It's downtown. There's only one location in Houston. It's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically HEB's version of Whole Foods.
Yes. What do you think, Lisa? Because I know you have a Central Market. Have you ever gone to the Central Market in Austin? And what do you think how it compares to HEB? To me, it is like that's where the 1% shop.
Yes, that's how the other half lives.
Because when you go, like the one here in Houston, when you go in, it just is like it's like designer produce and the meat.
It's almost sensory overload for me sometimes.
Yeah, it is, and it's so busy because it's in the really ritz part of Houston, River Oaks area, and it's so ritzy and it's so compact, busy. And there's just so much going on.
They have a parking garage for it, don't they? Is it the same one? Or am I looking at a different location?
No, that's a different.
Yeah,
but remember, because the parking lot kind of sucks at that one.
That's right.
But there's just so much to choose from.
I'm just saying, if you're coming to Houston, make a trip.
They actually have a chocolate bar
at
our Central Market where they have like all of the different chocolates from all over the world. And they have it like all set up like a chocolate bar. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's a lot going on.
Very busy.
Yes. But we've had to go there like for a few specialty things. Like when we got the quail eggs, that's where we had to go to get quail eggs.
A couple of our different peppers also.
Yeah. Keto Simple said they are breaking ground for a Buc-ee's 2 hours from us in Dayton.
Wow.
Here, there is one 10 minutes from Cindy, and there is one in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The other one near Gulf Shores, and the one just before and after Atlanta. Wow, they're really spreading out. That's awesome.
I don't know the truth on it or not, but the rumor is every Buc-ee's, none of them in the states that have lottery, none of them sell lottery tickets.
Oh, right.
And the rumor is it's because the founder of it was an ex-con.
Oh, okay.
Well, because they say ex-cons aren't eligible to even play the lotto.
Right.
Well, at least in Texas.
Yeah.
And they are from
Texas.
Yeah.
Well, Warren Buffett, that's one of his rules is you never gamble in any form. He said that's how that's one of the ways to build your wealth. But, never ever gamble.
But a lot of people think of the stock market
which is a misnomer. You're not supposed to play the stock market. That's a way to invest.
Right.
And traditionally over time, the stock market actually averages an 8% return. But the thing is, you shouldn't be a day trader. He would be against day trading. He's owned some of the investments for 50 years.
So that's what I'm saying too, though. I don't go to a casino unless they offer poker. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's what I was listening, and they were like, so you shouldn't buy lottery tickets and all that. And you think about it, like how many times, like they said, or even the scratch offs, a lot of people will do that, like for Christmas, and they're like, okay, so and so spent $80 for scratch offs, and one person might win $2.
Right.
Now I know, like some people get lucky and they'll be like, "Oh, I won, $600."
Lifetime, I'm down.
Oh yeah, definitely, because he used to always get the scratchers and
not scratchers so much, but I always bought and paid the regular lotto.
Yeah,
I spent at least $5 a week. At least.
And you've won like $3 twice.
No, no. Lifetime, I won maybe $300. Lifetime.
Well, not with me. When did you get more than $3?
I'm saying if you ladder them all up, though.
Maybe. Renee said the pork brisket strips seasoned with the H&H, the Hungry Heath, pork and poultry, and chipotle. Pics taken from the start, now in the oven on 275 for a long nappy nap. We'll take more pics later. Yeah. I'll post so far. Yay!
Did you get that at HEB?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if I haven't lit. Let's see.
He hasn't lit. Melissa Kay said, I used to use a tanning bed at Planet Fitness when I lived in upstate New York. In winter, it was the only time I truly felt warm.
Oh, wow.
Wow. If I were, she told Liz she should use it for Halloween decoration. Right? That would be so cool as a Halloween decoration. And TWTQ Cat said, never thought about it for Halloween. That would probably be perfect. Yes. Keto Simple said, my cup of coffee with cream is 30 ounces. That's awesome. I mean, it's still a cup. It's still a cup. Renee said, pics of the pork brisket up. Ooh, nice. And Shada is back again. Rickwood said, I love our fresh market in North Carolina. Expensive as heck, but they have some of the best things in there. See, like sometimes those like fancy stores, it's fun to go in. You're like, ooh, I'll have some splurge money and buy something fancy. Oh, Lisa said 2 Central Markets.
Oh, really?
The best produce and meat, but also the most expensive.
Right.
The bakery section will make you cry. The amount of fancy breads and sweets is definitely an area I avoid. Yeah, I don't even. Correct?
No, it's like HEB's version of Whole Foods, right?
Right, but I think it's better than Whole Foods, honestly.
I do too.
And
Texas.
the meats, the meats look incredible, and they have such a huge.
We have splurged on their meat a couple of times.
Oh yeah, they have a huge variety. Like when I tell him, like for example, this is going to happen, so don't get excited. But we have before for our wedding anniversary.
Instead of going out. Yeah.
Instead of going out, we've gone to Central Market and picked up one of their like top of the line ribeyes. Yeah, and a few other things. And it was pricey, still lower than going out to eat, but it just made the whole thing feel fancy, right? Getting their produce and everything. It's like, oh my God, it's like top quality.
Yeah.
I feel like what HEB does is they get their top quality that goes to Central Market. Then next they rank their HEBs, because again, our 2 favorite HEBs, I think they get picked before this close one does.
Right.
And then finally, after all of that, whatever's left goes to Joe V's.
Right. Well, tell them what those that aren't in Texas, tell them what a Joe V's is.
So Joe V's is also the sister store, brother store, the little brother, the poor little cousin across the tracks of HEB.
And there's only one location here for them also in Houston, right?
No, there's 10 in Houston.
Because I didn't even know about them until I moved up here.
Well, they've been opening them slowly.
Oh, okay.
They just opened the 10th, I think, last year in Katy.
Okay.
But yeah, the Joe V's, so it is like bottom of the run. It's kind of like your Sack and Save used to be, where everything's just kind of on a pallet and you just get from there. So sometimes I will go because they'll have like garlic bulbs, 5 for $1. And a lot of times they'll do cucumbers, 3 for $1 or 5 for $1, bell peppers, $1. They'll do little specials like that, but I honestly hate going to it.
It's so busy and so it's so crowded in there.
It's crowded, and their carts
are
none of their carts work.
right.
Okay,
And
they're all
every single one of them has a square wheel on it.
yes, their carts are just
I think
total
those are
shit.
hand-me-downs also.
And they don't have like all of the HEBs I go to in the other stores. They'll have like the sanitization wipes. These you just take your risk. Just roll the dice when you go in. We're not going to wipe down our carts.
And then a while back, they had a really good deal on avocados.
Yeah.
But they were all still done on the pallet, and boxes on there.
Yeah.
And almost every single one of them should have been used like a week ago.
Right.
Like you go to pick it up and you put your hand through it.
Yeah, they were. So
we
that's
quit trying to buy them there.
Well, because it is like if you want an avocado to eat right this moment,
You
go
got to eat
there.
it on the way home.
Right. You got that 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I have gone there for bacon, $1.97 a pound. So there are some good things that you can get there.
You've gotten pork chops and not pork chops.
I've gotten not steak wing. I got chicken drums and chicken quarters for 37 cents a pound.
Yeah.
So I will be able to get cheap stuff there, but then I just
we dread going in there.
I do. Honestly,
there's no pickup option either.
No, and their carts, they don't have an actual cart area. If you want to use a cart, you have to look through the parking lot and find a cart.
And bring it in yourself.
They're not going to be lined in front of the store.
I wish you want to be good, did if they could copy Aldi. And we had to pay to get it.
Right.
It'd make people bring them back.
Well, there's nowhere to bring them back. That's what.
There's not even a corral. That's right.
No, they're. So what they have is, the return. That's where you get them.
Oh wow.
There is no corral at the actual store. You have to get them from the return
station. It's like an afterthought that we even have carts.
Right. Well, you're gonna figure out how you're gonna get your groceries.
You want to save some money? Come on.
Right. That's exactly it. Shauna said, quick steak with onions and melted mozz and a bag of salted butter pork rinds. Look, that is awesome, Shauna. Way to go. I'm proud of you.
See, I did download the Walmart app. I wonder if you can use it. I've never actually used it. I don't shop Walmart all that often. I wonder if you can use it and check and see what store has it.
Yeah, you can. Tweet to Cat said, yes, my tanning bed still works.
Wow. I
did use it a few times 5 to 6 years ago when I had a wedding to attend and didn't want to look like a ghost. And listen to this. It has the original bulbs. Wow. Amazing. They still work.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, Lynn. Awesome. That is awesome. Lisa said, quail eggs at the Asian market. That's true. We have a few Asian markets here. Again, they're not my favorite to go to. The last one I went to, I had to use Google Translate a lot of the time to figure out what it was.
Because I went before, that's the only place we could find pork belly.
Yeah, a long time ago. But yeah, they will have quail eggs. And I found at the Asian market, the one I went to was not that cheap either.
It's a specialty store, so you're going to pay.
Well, but even for stuff like milk.
Well, because it's a specialty store. It's the same way you do when you go to at the convenience store. You always have to pay a little more.
Okay. Shauna said it's really good. I also did an Instacart. I have pork country style ribs coming this week. Ooh, that sounds delicious. That's Heath's one of his favorites. He loves country style ribs. I've never had those before Heath. Never before you had I ever had country style ribs.
Because I think your mother's real finicky about her meat, and so she didn't ever expose you to it.
No, she didn't. Yeah.
Well, I grew up on them because they were cheap.
Well, we had, I know we had lots of catfish. Mm-hmm. That was probably real cheap. I don't remember what else we had, honestly. 20 Cat said, oh, good. Let's talk finances. My favorite topic. Oh, that's my favorite topic too, Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I could go on and on. So if you ever want to talk to somebody, message me because I'm bored. He's just like, okay, thank you. Now I can take a nap. That's how he is. I get so excited about it because I listen, to different podcasts or I listen to different books. And I'm like, oh my gosh, listen to what I learned in this book and blah, 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 blah. And then he's just like, all right, whatever.
Because I was kind of sad when we were at the hotel during the hurricane that I didn't bring my headphones while she was listening to all that.
I know. I made him listen to Clark Howard. And I was like,
No.
isn't he fun to listen to? And he's like, no. I
mean,
was so sad.
You enjoy it. Yeah, but it's just not me.
I was really sad. I was like, but I think he's fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, I would enjoy having a talk with him. I think
Maybe.
he just seems like a cool guy.
Maybe. But just the subject matter of that one he was talking about just didn't do nothing for me.
Oh. So I had to watch all of the ones that I missed last week. I started watching them this week, so I get caught up because I was like, I really enjoyed listening to him. Lisa said, I just downloaded Zogo. Awesome. That's great. I enjoy it, and I think it would be good for your boys too. I know it's probably boring or whatever, but it's kind of like a little game, and then they can learn all about finance because it's not just, there's so many topics. A lot of them, I'm like, okay, like student loans. I'm like, I don't need to learn about that, but that would be good for your sons to learn about.
Especially at their age.
And so they have all kinds of topics like that in that app. So that's why, it'd be really good for your sons if they will do it. That would be a fun way for them to learn all about all of financing and money and life. Insurance is on there, all these different things that really you're not taught about. If you're not going like and getting a degree in finance, you don't learn about a lot of this stuff.
But at least they taught us how to square dance.
Well, that was important. Oh yeah, Shauna said her quick steaks is like their steakums. Isn't that what we're having for dinner tonight?
Well, maybe.
She said it's called Gary's Quick Steak.
Maybe.
That is so cute.
If we're going to see that movie, we might not. You said maybe.
Shauna said, I seasoned mine with my Tinder's 5 Spice.
Nice.
That's right.
Nice.
Or
nice.
Texas Spice. Shauna said, I did just find the Instacart ordered the original steak up. So I ordered one to compare, but I really like the one I have.
That's awesome.
Well, to me, I think if the other one, if Gary is cheaper, you're probably good with sticking with Gary. Or is it Jerry? Or is it Terry? Or is
We've
it
been
Larry?
watching Parks and Rec.
We're on the very last season of Parks and Rec, y'all. And yeah, just.
Are we? I thought there was one more after this.
No, you keep saying that, but no, this is the last one.
No, I'm sad.
Shauna said, I feel like California goal is to not have any of the same stores anywhere else.
Right?
Maybe so.
Well, Texas is kind of like that too. That's why we have HEB.
Yeah, well, and like Houston specifically,
Yes.
7-Elevens, they just go out of business.
Actually, they're coming back. I've been seeing them.
Oh, okay. But a lot of stores like Kmart left here,
Yeah. Kmart did, yeah.
Albertsons left.
Yeah.
But then you could go to
Safeway.
Safeway, Randall's.
But see, growing up, we had Taco Bueno and Taco.
And they're gone.
Del Taco also. They're gone.
Yeah.
Now we only have Taco Bell.
Rickwood said the Kolb's Farmers Market leaves all their cart in the cart line in the parking lot. You have to bring in a cart to shop.
Oh.
Well, see, that's what Joe V's does.
It's
Isn't that odd?
That's basically what Aldi does too.
Right, but isn't it kind of odd? Oh, Dustin said his Costco's been having quail eggs.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, we bought them one time, but I mean, they tasted good, but there's no draw for it to me. They don't taste any different. They're just smaller. There's no real reason for me to buy them.
Lisa said, I just checked my Walmart and they are shipped and not in store.
Oh,
And you pay for shipping. Well, that's just the worst. You might as well just order directly from Porky Good.
right.
Porky Good salted butter.
Because now I really want to go get that.
Shauna said, I was so happy to not only have all the money I needed for vacation and a good sized reserve in my savings, it didn't have to dip into it, even for those end of month bills. I am so happy, Shauna. That is great.
Especially, did you also just, wasn't it just recently that you had to have your car repaired?
Yeah, not too long ago. That's good.
Awesome. That's really good.
22 Cat said, it's because of those financial Sundays we did here back in January, Shauna. Good going, though. Awesome. Oh, well, I hope that did help. That would be cool.
That's why I don't need to listen to Clark Howard. I have you.
Oh, right. That's what you say about a lot of things.
Well, that's why I sold my encyclopedia, because you already know everything. I love you. It's been nice knowing y'all.
I'm saying, y'all. But yeah, I've really enjoyed listening to a lot of the financial books and all the different channels. I know it's probably nerdy, but it's
That's
just
who you are, though. It's fun.
it is. And like the like some of the frugal channels are fun, but sometimes I'm like, now, okay, I've heard every frugal tip there probably is known to man. So it's like I don't need a whole bunch more frugal tips, but I do like hearing about the investment style of things. And I feel like that has helped. Like I listened to one guy, he's a CPA, and he does a lot of dividend investing. So, I try to have a nice variety in both of our 401ks. I stick to more ETFs and index funds, but I make sure that the expense ratio is very low. Like if it's 1% or greater, I'm not going to select it. So I have learned things like that as far as investment funds. If you're going to pick an ETF or an index fund, how to look for those. And then I do have an account where we just buy. Oh, and the front's all wet.
Is it
Sweating, or where you poured it earlier?
Well,
but I'm enjoying also, getting individual stocks. Like I got Google Alphabet, and I only could do one of those, but I mean it's grown quite a bit. And then I did buy a couple Dutch shares as well, which I thought was really fun. So little things like that. But I put money in those. When I buy individuals, that's just a play account, and I'm not going to touch or sell those. Again, I'm not a day trader. I look at, okay, I'm going to buy this because I plan on having it for a decade or more,
I'm kind of sad when we sold our stock in Carnival, though.
I know, but we had to at the time. Shauna said, I need to compare package size. The Gary's is $3 less. Yeah, definitely look at it and see.
Because, I was doing that, and I thought I was saving money by buying some of my stuff at Dollar General, but it's a smaller package. So it wasn't apples for apples.
Right. Keto Simple said, Safeway here is always in unsafe areas and call them Unsafe Way. Wow. Shauna said, yes, $1,100 to repair my car in June. Oh.
Sorry, I'm not trying to bring up old stuff.
She said, services to remember he TBA.
Whatever.
I honestly, this morning, if I had woke up a little bit earlier, bye, Renee. Have a great week yourself. I was going to put like a little black veil on here and say, well, this is in memory of Heath. Keto Simple said, I used to listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad podcast. Yeah, I've heard about him as well. I have not actually listened to that book yet. I do audiobooks, y'all. I haven't actually listened to the book yet, but I have listened to other people who will reference his book. So it seems interesting, and like he has a good, perspective on things.
When you said that, though, when you were reading it, it reminds me of that one clip or the reel you watch. I don't remember what it was on Facebook or TikTok, whatever. That one dude's all, I'm rich or poor.
Oh, yeah, the English.
Yeah.
English. Oh, well, what is the rich doing? Oh, us popos, we can't have different size ice and different things like that. Renee said, I'm about to head out. I have a project I need to get done in the backyard.
Oh, wow.
Y'all have a kick-ass week. Everyone stay cool and well. You too, Renee. I hope the project includes, maybe lowering the jungle a little bit. Oh, yeah. We'll just give this a couple more minutes.
We have stuff to do around the house today, too.
Uncle Big Guy said, howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
Driving home from a family reunion, and for the most stayed on plan. That is awesome. Way to go. I'm glad to see you today. Thanks for checking in. And, okay, everybody. So if you have any final comment you want me to read, type it in right now, y'all. Otherwise, we're going to call it an end since it's almost 3:00 here, y'all. Wow. I know, right?
It was just we're hanging out with our friends.
I know. It's so much fun. But I'm going to make my lunch after this, and then we need to get started for the channel member cook-along stuff.
Okay, that's the thing then. If we can get that done, then we can go to the movies. If not, we can't go.
Right.
We have to get that done first because that's going to be Saturday.
Yes. So again, channel members, this Saturday will be the cook-along.
What we need to do, because you have a lot of the videos on your phone.
Yeah.
You'll download it first, or move it to the computer. I'll start editing while you're making your lunch.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
So that's another reason why I want to get out of here.
All right.
We got stuff to do. I forgot all about that part. I was looking at all this I got to clean up. But...
I hope everybody gave us a thumbs up. Yes, we so appreciate it.
Yes, please.
And thank you all so much. You have a wonderful week. A new day tomorrow, y'all. So have a wonderful week. Hopefully my laptop gets fixed tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that too. Yeah, y'all, that stuff that happened with Friday with the crowd surf or whatever it was. Her job got affected by it.
Yeah. So hopefully mine will be up and running tomorrow, or I'll get a new laptop. So, but otherwise, everyone have a fantastic week. We will see you Friday night, and it'll be all dedicated to Deadpool. Just to let you know.
I'm trying to find out how you make chimichangas.
All right, Brenda said, have a great week, everyone. Tweety Cat said, great seeing everyone. Have a great week. Y'all too. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you.